Hi, this is Teddy. Say hi. I'm Hava Schultz, and today I'm going to teach you how to take care of cats. If you're considering adopting one, there are a lot of cats out there who need homes, but I think it's important for you to understand what the responsibility of a cat means before you bring one home. And if you already own a cat, then hopefully this will serve as a great way to pick up some extra tips and tricks based on how I do things. Yes? So I'm splitting this video into what I like to call the 5 keys to kitty care. The first key to kitty care is sustenance. If you have a pet that's anything more than a Mexican jumping bean, then you're going to need to give it food and water every day. With cats, it's no different. So consider either setting up feeding times, morning or night, or going for the open bar style, which is what works for me and my cats. And the other thing to consider is the type of food you feed them. So there's wet food, there's dry food, and you'll need to make sure that you consider your budget because dry food is usually cheaper, but also consider the age of your cat and if they have any special issues. So for my cats, a dry food that has weight management and fur ball support really does work the best. And then the other thing is make sure you give them fresh water daily, because at the end of every day I find fur in it, I find little food particles and other stuff that just isn't clean water anymore, and make sure that you've always got it accessible to them. You don't need a dehydrated cat. The second key to kitty care is the environment. Now there are a couple of different things to consider when it comes to the environment, and first and foremost is the litter box. I want you to recognize that the litter box is a porta potty for kitties, so don't let this pile up. I clean my cat box every day to every other day, and this is a way that I show my cats that I care about them, because cats really value cleanliness. Before we leave the topic of the litter box, I want to share with you the tools I use because I'm really happy with them. I use a closed litter box because we have a dog, but I didn't really like the default shovel that came with it, so I went ahead and got this shovel instead. It's really great with the metal, and these holes work really well. And I also use biodegradable bags because, well, let's save the planet. Now, if you're gonna buy a house, you want more than just the bathroom. And so does your cat. And this is where the lovely cat stand comes in, because cats have a natural need to jump, perch, and scratch. So it's important to have high places available to them where they can do these things. So I have my cat stand, I have a really tall dresser, and I have some other high surfaces where they can go. But that doesn't mean you have to allow them to counter surf, because personally, I don't like the idea of my cats on the kitchen counter. And this is where it's important you know that cats are very trainable. So if you don't want them on the kitchen table, let them know. Meaning, whenever you find them on the kitchen table, take them from where they shouldn't be and put them where they should, such as a cat stand. And this doesn't just go for surfaces, this goes for scratching too. They might scratch something you don't want them to scratch. What you do is you take them from what they're scratching and put them on their scratching post, whether that's the flat cardboard things you can get at the pet store. My cat post has some rope wrapped around it, and I also have a little carpet square that one of my cats really likes. So the key with these training opportunities is repetition. Just over and over and over. And there's no need to get mad at your cat if you're frustrated with how long it takes. It'll take a while, but trust me, it does work. The other thing is, I know if you don't have a window, you can't just build a window for a cat, but my cats are 100% indoor cats, and they love the window, or cat TV. And it's honestly really cute. I'll come home sometimes because my bedroom is at the front of the house, and I'll see them laying in the window sunbathing or just watching nature happen, and it's really cute. The third key to kitty care is grooming. Now this consists of nail clipping, brushing, and bathing. Yes, I said bathing. Stay with me and I will explain. And I think it's best to teach this to your kitties in their kittenhood, because these aren't things they naturally like. Nail clipping, they don't like it, but it is a necessary evil. So the key is, first get them all firmly feeling secure in your arms, and then take a paw and very gently push out the part that has their claw, and you're gonna see what's akin to the pink and white part of our nails. I know I'm wearing nail polish, but you know what I'm talking about. Make sure you never ever clip the pink part, because it will probably bleed, and then you've created a trauma for your cat when it comes to nail clipping, and that's probably gonna be very difficult to make a comeback from. So just make sure, even if you just do a tiny bit, which is what I did in the beginning, err on the safe side, and as you do it more, you will get better. I've definitely gotten better with practice. The other thing is, after you do this to your cat, make sure you immediately reward them. I give them these greenies because it's also great for their teeth, and it's a treat that lets them know, hey, you did it. And of course, I give them the attention that says that too. So that's how I do nail clipping. Now when it comes to brushing, this is where I'd score the lowest on my cat care report card, because I only do this every few weeks or so, and that's just probably not enough. Luckily, my cats are short-haired, but still, it's something I want to improve on. I have this $4 brush from Walmart, and it's actually really great. How good a brush is doesn't depend on the price. The key is to find one that's gentle and doesn't rip fur out that doesn't need to be removed. You just want one that removes the excess fur. And make sure that you yourself brush them gently so that you don't yank out their fur, because that's not gonna endear them to want you to brush them. And I honestly can't tell if my cats like being brushed or not. Sometimes they purr and then they go to kind of bite the brush. I don't really get it, but we do it sometimes anyway. I told you a second ago that I bathe my cats, and I really do mean in the tub with water, and to prove I'm not the only one who does this, I use cat shampoo. And you wouldn't believe, after I give them a good scrub, they have just fur and dirt, and the water looks disgusting. So I think it's important every once in a while to just give them a good wash. And there really is an art to it though, because most people know cats don't love water, but this is something that I've really gotten good at, my cats have gotten good at. So if that's something you would be interested in learning, comment below to tell me if you want to see a video all about how to bathe your cat in the tub. The fourth key to kitty care is health. And the first three keys do contribute to their health, but I'm really talking about the medical side of things. And I gotta tell you, dogs are so much more expensive than cats. What a cat needs is monthly heartworm medicine and vets for maybe their annual checkup or occasional problems if anything else is happening. Like Tiki, for a little while, she had all this coughing and it just persisted for months and it wouldn't stop. I tried all different things and couldn't figure it out. Took her to the vet. It turned out to be fur balls she just couldn't get out, and that's actually what helped me decide to get a fur ball support food like I told you earlier, and that's pretty much cleared up the problem. But cats usually don't have much in the way of issues, so the fifth key to kitty care is social, and this is usually the most fun for the owner. So it's important to have playtime with your cats every single day, because a lot of people don't realize that cats are actually very social creatures. One thing that most cats enjoy is the string toy. So they can run after it, they can jump after it, and if you have more than one cat, sometimes they'll start chasing each other, and that's one reason why they usually say 2 cats is easier than 1, and I've definitely experienced that myself. Now, I can't always entertain them when they want to play, and that's why, partially why, I have a little obsession with cat toys. Every time I go into a store that sells them, I always peek to see what they've got, because I want to create a collection of different kinds of toys that they can choose from when I'm busy and I can't play with them. So I have acquired this treasure chest full of toys, and getting different toys has actually been interesting because I find they like different things. Tiki's favorites, for example, are this orange puff and this poop emoji with the strings coming off of it. She loves these, and Teddy is a little bit harder to decipher, but I think probably if he had to choose, this feather toy is his favorite, and it actually came off of a string toy I had that broke. But hey. Another thing that helps with solo playtime and really helps with their mental stimuli is I've got a couple of really cool toys they like, such as Flick. I found this at Marshall's, and I found later that it's like $25 on Amazon, and honestly I wouldn't have bought it for $25 on Amazon, but now it would be so worth the money. So if you don't see this at Marshall's, I highly recommend and think it's totally worth the $25. It's called Flick, and when you press this button, it has a string that swings around, and on the ground it brushes, and they love going after it. Now, some cats can be a little too aggressive with this, but I just kind of taught my cats to be gentle. I told you earlier, cats are trainable, and they love this. And it's also on a self-timer, which is great since it's battery operated, that if I put it on and then I fall asleep at night, because I usually let them play with this in the evening, it's okay. It's not gonna die overnight. So it's about a 10-minute timer. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it off. The other cool toy I have is by Animal Planet. It's a peekaboo cheese, also on a timer. Wait till you see this. Little mice randomly popping out of cheese. They like this one too. Very cool. Besides that, toys, playtime, some cats love cuddles. Tiki does not like to be cuddled, so I actually pick her up frequently, more as a way of keeping her okay with being held, because sometimes it's important if I need to take her somewhere or if the vet needs to handle her. So she's very sweet, social, but I have to hold her as a habit of keeping her okay with it, whereas Teddy actually loves cuddles. He wakes me up every morning between 5 and 6:30 to have morning cuddles where I pick him up and he can lay on my chest and purr away and I pet him. So some cats really need that, and so if they want the cuddles, give them the cuddles. I love it too. I need the cuddles. Just to recap, the 5 keys to kitty care are sustenance, environment, grooming, health, and social. I hope that the 5 keys to kitty care helped you prepare to be a 5-star cat owner, and if you're already a kitty mom or dad, I hope you learned something new. So go ahead and comment below to let me know what was the most surprising thing that you learned today, or if you have another tip that I didn't share it with me. I'd love to be a better cat mom, and other people watching this video are of course going to be interested. Also, let me know if you want to see a video that I mentioned all about how to wash a cat in the tub with water. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to click here to watch another video, click here to subscribe, and that's it. Bye!